Section 2.4 practice A, we're going to look at number 30. It's on that volleyball net. So it says that your class is installing 2 permanent net poles to use for suspending a volleyball net. Each pole is constructed by placing a 10-foot pole into a 2-foot hole and cementing the pole in place. 4 guy wires are used to stabilize the pole until the cement sets. The diagram shows how the guy wires attach to the ground and to the top of the pole. So here's your diagram. We have a plane, that's the ground, and then we have this pole, which would be a segment, and then some guy wires, which are also segments. These dashed segments are representing the distance the guy wire is from the pole. Okay, so what relationship exists between the pole and the ground? Here's your pole. Notice that segment is perpendicular to that plane. So you could just use that symbol. They're perpendicular. Can you assume that angle WPS, that's this one, and angle SPE are a linear pair? Definitely. They're right next to each other. They make that line. Those are one of the things you're allowed to assume. Part C. What can you assume about the distance from the bottom of the pole to each guy wire attachment at the ground? So notice how we have 4 guy wires coming off. All 4 of those segments have these matching marks. Those are congruent marks. So those segments are congruent, but they're asking you about the distances. The distances are equal. Is angle TPE a right angle? Explain. Well, you have this situation. You know this angle is a right angle because of the perpendicular mark. But what about this one? That's angle TPE. Well, if that's a straight angle and that's a right angle, what's left over for this angle? This is your angle addition postulate. 180 minus 90 gives you 90. So is it a right angle? Definitely. And that's your explanation. 180 minus 90 gives you the other angle measure.